I'm not sure where to begin, but I need to tell someone, anyone, before it's too late. My sister Emily is gone, and I think it's because of an app I found on her phone. I know how insane that sounds, but please, hear me out. This isn't some urban legend or creepypasta. This happened, and I'm terrified I might be next. It started 3 weeks ago. Emily, my 19-year-old sister, had been acting strange. Normally, she's the life of the party, loud, confident, always posting on Instagram or TikTok. But she started withdrawing, spending hours in her room with her phone, earbuds in, muttering to herself. I'd catch snippets of her whispering, like she was talking to someone, but when I asked, she'd snap, "It's nothing, Jake. Leave me alone." Our parents thought it was just a phase, maybe stress from college applications. I wasn't convinced. One night I heard her through the wall, her voice low and frantic. "No, I didn't mean it. Please stop." I knocked, but she went silent. The next morning, she was pale, her eyes bloodshot, like she hadn't slept. "Em, what's going on?" I asked over breakfast. She didn't look up from her cereal. "Nothing, just bad dreams." That's when I noticed her phone. It was always in her hand, the screen glowing with an app I didn't recognize. The icon was a simple black spiral. No name, no label. I tried to peek, but she yanked it away. "Stop snooping, Jake." 2 days later, Emily disappeared. I found her phone under her bed, screen cracked but still working. Our parents were frantic, calling the police, checking her socials for clues. Her last post was a blurry selfie from her room, captioned, "Can you hear it too?" The comments were filled with friends asking what she meant, but she never replied. The police were useless. They said she probably ran off, that 19-year-olds do that sometimes. But Emily wouldn't just leave. Her wallet, keys, and shoes were still here. I knew the answer was on her phone. I powered it on. The lock screen had a new background. A grainy black and white photo of an empty room with a single chair in the center. It wasn't a picture she'd ever shown me. I used her passcode, her birthday, predictable, and scrolled through her apps. There it was, the black spiral. I tapped it. The screen flickered and a low hum buzzed through the phone like static mixed with distant whispers. No splash screen, no menu, just a blank interface with a single prompt. "Speak to listen." I hesitated. The hum grew louder, almost like voices overlapping, too faint to make out. I whispered, "Hello?" The screen pulsed, and a single word appeared. "Welcome." My stomach dropped. The whispers grew clearer, forming a sentence. "She's waiting." Then the app closed itself. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every creak in the house sounded like footsteps. I kept Emily's phone on my nightstand, its cracked screen glowing faintly. Around 2 a.m., it vibrated. I grabbed it, heart pounding. The app was open again, displaying a new message. "Find her in the reflection." I stumbled to the bathroom, phone in hand. The mirror showed nothing but my tired face, bags under my eyes. Then I noticed it, a flicker in the corner of the reflection like a shadow moving behind me. I spun around, but the bathroom was empty. When I looked back, the mirror was normal. I told myself it was exhaustion, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching me. I locked the phone and shoved it in a drawer. The next morning, I found a new photo in the gallery. It was me, sleeping in bed, taken from above. I live alone with my parents, and Emily's gone. No one else was in the house. I showed the photo to my parents, but they brushed it off, saying I must have taken it myself. They were too consumed with worry about Emily to care. I decided to dig deeper. I searched online for the app, using terms like Black Spiral app, Creepy Phone app, and Whispering app. Nothing came up. No reviews, no downloads, no trace. I even posted on Reddit asking if anyone had seen it. The thread got a few upvotes, but no one knew anything. Then I got a DM from a throwaway account. "Delete it. Now it knows you're looking." The account was deleted minutes later. I should have listened, but I needed answers. I opened the app again. This time it showed a live feed, a grainy video of a dark, empty room, the same room from Emily's lock screen. A faint figure sat in the chair, head bowed. My breath caught. It was Emily. "Em!" I shouted into the phone. The figure didn't move, but the whispers returned, louder now. "She's ours! Join her." I slammed the phone down, heart racing. That's when I noticed the reflection in my laptop screen. Emily was standing behind me, her face pale, her eyes black voids. I whipped around, but no one was there. The reflection was empty again. I didn't touch the phone for 2 days, but the app kept opening itself. Notifications popped up at random hours. "She misses you. Look closer. Listen." Each time, the whispers grew, louder, more insistent. I started hearing them even when the phone was off, faint murmurs in the walls, under the floorboards. Desperate, I reached out to a tech-savvy friend, Marcus. He's a hacker type, always messing with code and dark web stuff. I sent him a screenshot of the app's icon. He called me an hour later, his voice shaky. "Dude, don't mess with that thing," he said. "I found a forum buried on a Tor site. People are talking about it. An app that chooses you. No one knows where it comes from, but once it's on your phone, it doesn't uninstall. They say it takes people." "Takes them where?" I asked. "No one knows, but there are rules. Rule 1, don't talk to it. Rule 2, don't look at its reflections. Rule 3, never follow the voice." I'd already broken 2 of those rules. That night, the app opened again. The video feed showed Emily, closer now, her face gaunt, her lips moving silently. I couldn't hear her, but the whispers spoke for her. "Come to the room. Save her." I don't know why I did it, but I whispered back, "Where is she?" The screen flickered and a map appeared. A pin dropped in the middle of nowhere, an abandoned warehouse 20 miles from our town. I should have called the police, but something told me they wouldn't help. I grabbed my keys, Emily's phone, and a flashlight, and drove. The warehouse was a crumbling relic, windows shattered, walls tagged with graffiti. The air was thick with dust and something sour like rotting meat. I followed the app's map to a basement door, rusted but unlocked. The whispers were louder now, echoing in my head, guiding me down a pitch-black staircase. At the bottom was the room from the video, empty except for a single chair. No Emily. The whispers stopped, replaced by a low, guttural laugh. My flashlight flickered and the phone buzzed. The screen showed me standing in the room, but I wasn't alone. A figure loomed behind me, tall and featureless, its edges blurring into the darkness. I ran, tripping up the stairs, the laughter chasing me. When I got to my car, the phone was dead, but the app's icon was still there, glowing faintly. I haven't seen Emily since. The police searched the warehouse and found nothing. No chair, no room, just an empty basement. They think I'm crazy, and my parents are starting to agree. But I know what I saw. The app is still on her phone, and now it's on mine. I didn't download it, it just appeared. Last night, I got a new notification. "You're next." The whispers are louder now, even when I'm not near the phone. I see Emily in every reflection. Mirrors, windows, even my coffee mug. She's not herself anymore. Her eyes are wrong, and her mouth moves, but it's not her voice. It's theirs. I'm posting this because I don't know what else to do. If you see an app with a black spiral, don't open it. Don't listen to the whispers. And whatever you do, don't look in the reflections. I think they're watching me now, waiting for me to break the last rule. Has anyone else seen this app? Please, if you know anything, tell me. I need to find my sister before it's too late. I haven't slept in days. The whispers are everywhere now, under my bed, in the hum of the fridge, even in the static of my TV. Emily's phone sits on my desk, its cracked screen glowing faintly, the black spiral app taunting me. I posted here a week ago, begging for answers about the app that took my sister. Some of you commented with theories, others with warnings. One user, u/shadowed thread, sent me a DM. "It's not just an app, it's a door. Close it before it opens you." The account was deleted hours later. I tried to follow your advice. I smashed Emily's phone, burned the pieces, and scattered the ashes. But the app is on my phone now. I didn't download it, it just appeared, its icon pulsing like a heartbeat. Every night it opens itself, showing me glimpses of Emily, her face pale, her eyes hollow, sitting in that cursed room with the single chair. The whispers keep saying, "She's waiting. Join her." I can't ignore it anymore. I have to find her. This is what happened when I went back to the warehouse, and what I learned about the app. If you're reading this, please, don't make the same mistake I did. And if you know anything about the black spiral, tell me, because I'm running out of time. I drove back to the warehouse 2 nights ago, armed with a flashlight, a crowbar, and my phone. The app had sent a new pin, slightly different from the last, pointing to a spot deeper in the industrial district. The air was colder this time, the kind of cold that seeps into your bones. The warehouse loomed against the moonless sky, its broken windows like empty eyes. The whispers were louder here, a chorus of voices overlapping, some pleading, some laughing. I followed the app's map to a rusted hatch in the floor, hidden under a pile of debris. My hands shook as I pried it open, revealing a spiral staircase descending into darkness. The app buzzed, displaying a new message. "She's below! Hurry!" Hesitated, remembering Marcus's rules. Don't talk to it. Don't look at its reflections. Don't follow the voice. I'd already broken the first 2. This was my last chance to save Emily. The staircase seemed endless, each step creaking under my weight. My flashlight flickered, casting jagged shadows on the damp walls. The air grew thick, heavy with that same sour, rotting smell from before. At the bottom, I found a corridor lined with rusted doors, each marked with a black spiral scratched into the metal. The whispers guided me to the last door, their voices now a deafening roar. "Open it! See her!" I pushed the door open. The room was exactly like the one in the app's video. Bare concrete walls, a single chair in the center. But Emily wasn't there. Instead, a figure stood in the corner, its back to me. It was tall, impossibly thin, its limbs bending at wrong angles. Its head twitched, and the whispers stopped, replaced by a low, guttural hum. "Who are you?" I stammered, gripping the crowbar. The figure turned, and I nearly dropped the flashlight. It had no face, just a smooth black void where features should have been. The app buzzed again, and my phone screen lit up with a live feed of the room. But in the feed, the figure had Emily's face, her eyes wide with terror, her mouth moving silently. "Jake," the whispers said, now in her voice. "Help me." I backed away, heart pounding, but the door slammed shut behind me. The figure didn't move, but its presence filled the room, heavy and suffocating. My phone vibrated, the app displaying a new prompt. "Speak to join her." I remembered Marcus's warning, but Emily's voice was so real, so desperate. I couldn't leave her. "What do you want?" I shouted. The figure raised a hand, and the room shifted. The walls pulsed, like they were breathing, and the chair began to sink into the floor, revealing a pool of black liquid that shimmered like oil. The whispers returned, chanting in a language I didn't understand, their voices weaving into a rhythm that made my head throb. The app's screen flashed with instructions. "Step into the pool." "Become one." I froze. The figure glided closer, its void face inches from mine. I could feel it pulling at me, not physically, but something deeper, like it was tugging at my thoughts, my memories. Images of Emily flooded my mind, her laugh, her stupid pranks, the way she'd hug me after a fight. I clutched the crowbar tighter, ready to swing, but the app buzzed again, showing a new video. Emily was in the pool, her body half submerged, her eyes pleading. "Jake, please," she whispered through the speakers. "It's the only way." I don't know why I trusted it, but I stepped toward the pool. The liquid was warm, clinging to my shoes like tar. The whispers grew ecstatic, chanting faster. I waded in, the liquid rising to my knees, then my waist. It felt alive, wrapping around me, pulling me down. The figure watched, motionless, as I sank deeper. Then I saw her, Emily, standing in the pool, her hand outstretched. I reached for her, but the moment our fingers touched, her face changed. Her eyes turned black, her mouth stretched into an unnatural grin. "You're ours now," she said, her voice a chorus of thousands. I woke up in my bed, gasping, my clothes soaked with that black liquid. My phone was on my chest, the app open, displaying a single word. Accepted. The whispers were gone, replaced by an eerie silence. I stumbled to the bathroom, splashing water on my face, trying to convince myself it was a dream, but when I looked in the mirror, my reflection was wrong. My eyes were too dark, my smile too wide. I blinked and it was gone, but I knew what I'd seen. I checked my phone's gallery. There were new photos, dozens of them. Me in the warehouse, me in the pool, me standing over the chair, my face blank, my eyes black. The last photo was of Emily, sitting in our living room, smiling like nothing had happened. But the timestamp was from an hour ago. I ran downstairs. Emily was there, eating cereal, her phone on the table. No black spiral app, no cracked screen. She looked up, confused. "Jake, you okay? You look like you saw a ghost." I couldn't speak. My phone buzzed, and the app opened, showing a live feed of our living room. But in the feed, Emily wasn't eating cereal. She was standing behind me, her face that same unnatural grin, her eyes voids. I spun around, but she was still at the table, normal. "Em, what happened to you?" I whispered. She frowned. "What are you talking about? I've been here all week." That's when it hit me. The app hadn't taken Emily. It had replaced her. Whatever was sitting at the table wasn't my sister. It looked like her, sounded like her, but it wasn't her. The real Emily was still in that pool, trapped in whatever dimension the app had opened. And I'd let it in. I didn't know what to do, so I ran. I grabbed my laptop, locked myself in my room, and started typing this. The thing pretending to be Emily is downstairs, humming a tune she never knew. My phone keeps buzzing, the app showing new messages. "You can't leave. We're family now. Look in the mirror." I made a mistake. I looked. My reflection isn't mine anymore. It's me, but older, gaunt, with those same black eyes. It's smiling, waving, like it's waiting for me to join it. The app's icon is changing too. Now it's not just a spiral. It's my face, warped and distorted, staring back. I've been digging online trying to find answers. I found a single post on an archived forum buried in a dark web thread. It described the app as a key created by something ancient, something that lives in the spaces between our world and theirs. It doesn't just take you, it rewrites you piece by piece until you're part of it. The photos, the whispers, the reflections, they're all steps in a ritual. And I completed it when I stepped into the pool. The worst part? The app is spreading. I checked Emily's socials, and her friends are posting about a new app with a black spiral icon. They're calling it cool and trippy, sharing screenshots of their own faces in that same warped reflection. I tried to warn them, but my comments get deleted instantly, and my accounts are shadow banned. I don't know how much time I have left. The thing downstairs is knocking on my door now, calling my name in Emily's voice. My phone won't stop buzzing, and the app won't let me delete it. I've tried everything. Factory resets, smashing the screen, even praying. It's still there. I'm posting this because I need your help. If you've seen the Black Spiral app, don't open it. Don't speak to it. Don't look at its reflections. And whatever you do, don't follow the voice. If you know anything about this thing, how to stop it, how to close the door, please tell me. I need to save Emily, the real Emily, before I'm gone too. But there's one last thing. When I started typing this, I was alone in my room. Now my reflection is watching me from the laptop screen, even though I'm not facing a mirror. It's typing too, mimicking my every move, and it's smiling. I think I'm already part of it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video.